Friends, welcome to my workplace at Ranaghat, West Bengal, India. This is Phaco emulsification of a cataract with small pupil. Let us observe this surgery. This is a 2.2 millimeter incision on the posterior aspect of the limbus. Yes, this is a 2.2 millimeter incision. And now, a side port is being made on the left side of the main incision, about 2.5 clock hours away. Now I want to stain the anterior capsule with trypan blue dye. An air bubble is injected, and beneath this air bubble, trypan blue 0.06% dye is applied over the anterior capsule. And now this is a little bit of adrenaline. I want to see if the pupil dilates little bit with application of adrenaline. But we see that the pupil didn't dilate. It is of same size. So I have decided to use B-HEX pupil expansion device. With this I am applying visco in the anterior chamber, not much, underfilling the anterior chamber, and applying some visco under the iris to make some room so that flanges of the B-HEX pupil expansion device can be tucked easily under the iris. And now this is the B-HEX pupil expander being used with the help of this B-HEX forceps. The device goes through 2.2 millimeter incision very easily with the help of this forceps, and the leading flange has been tucked. Now I go through the right side port and tuck the flange at 12 o'clock. Now I go through the left side port and tuck the flange at 9 o'clock. And see, the pupil has taken beautiful hexagonal shape. The size of this pupil is about 5.5 millimeter. And now some more visco, and capsular axis is to be done now. Incise the capsule and raise capsular tags. I hold the tag just in front of the main incision, go anti-clockwise all around along the border of the pupil, and thus I get a rhexis of about 5 millimeter in diameter. Yes, this is a nice rhexis. Now hydrodissection is being done with the help of a 27 gauge cannula and BSS. The nucleus is tapped, and then the nucleus is rotated. And now some more visco is injected into the anterior chamber, and now this is a 2.2 millimeter easy tape of Oertli, and the machine I am using is Faros with SPIP mode, and vacuum being used is 500 and flow rate is 45. The free nuclear fragment is being emulsified. Hold the lens mass here, and the nucleus is brittle and it is dividing easily into fragments. Here in sweep mode we can control the vacuum by foot switch. It's a peristaltic machine with Venturi effect. And now this is the final last fragment. It is emulsified. This is the last beat of the nucleus. The antechamber is stable. And now I'm trying to remove the cortex, but it's not coming. So I come out, inject visco, and now I have asked for bimanual irrigation aspiration. With B-HEX, the iris is at its original plane and use of all instruments are very much easy. The irrigation is from the right side port and aspiration from the left. And now cortex from 6 o'clock is being removed. Now cortex from 12 o'clock. This is cortex from 10 o'clock and 9 o'clock. And this is cortex from 4 o'clock. The advantage of B-HEX is the iris is not elevated. There is minimal stress on the sphincter pupillae and no need of stab incisions, which is needed for application of iris retractors. And now I'm injecting visco to keep the antechamber formed. And now this is a foldable monofocal intraocular lens. It has gone into the capsular bag. And now the lens is dialed in such a way that I can go behind the IOL and remove visco from the capsular bag. Some more visco, and now we have to remove the B-HEX. The forceps is taken again. One flange is pulled centrally and then goes to periphery, and the device is pulled out. And see, the pupil is taking its original size and shape. And now we have to clean the viscoelastic substance that we have used for application of B-HEX device and for implanting the intraocular lens. We have to clean the viscoelastic substance very nicely to prevent post-op rise of intraocular pressure. I usually use both a Simcoe and then bimanual irrigation aspiration for cleaning the viscoelastic substance. We can see that the pupil is almost of the original size, round, no sphincter tear. At this time I am using bimanual irrigation aspiration for cleaning the elastic substance. Now I using both irrigation and aspiration and cleaning the visco from antechamber and from the posterior chamber. And now the antechamber was tending to be shallow, so I inject an air bubble to maintain the anterior chamber. Now this is a bit of moxifloxacin, and now the side ports are closed by corneal stromal hydration. Corneal stroma on either side of these stab wounds are hydrated. While hydrating these stab wounds, take care to be on the scleral side of these small side port tunnels. And now this is the final lavage of the anterior chamber. I do this and I get very good result. The anterior chamber remains quiet the next day. And now I take moxifloxacin, apply few drops of moxifloxacin over the cornea and over the wound. And now I have taken SPMC and applying 1 drop of SPMC at the center of the cornea. Thank you very much for your attention. Hope this video will help you in developing your surgical skills. Be a great surgeon and serve your patients with love, respect, empathy, and great surgical competence.